gonna march behind you.
Why are you just following me? Oh, so I can't hit you. That's smart.
She's pushing you. Where are you going now?
I got tired of walking. Fuck it. Decided to end it. The pain and suffering was too much.
Because we both know the party can start when Dawn is in the chat. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all didn't miss me too bad while I was on vacation. Good to see y'all. I hope y'all are doing well. Welcome to TV Land. I'm TV Antenna. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is staying in good spirits in spite of the fact that we've got something brewing in the Atlantic, sending us rain, 181 sales, flash flood warnings. You know the drill when it comes to tropical systems. Just a big mess. Good way to start off August, right? But anyway, I figured before we get into the announcements and the gameplay, I wanted to give you a weather briefing concerning what is going on in the Atlantic. Obviously, a lot of people are concerned about what's going on out there. Hopefully everybody is doing well. And everybody is staying hydrated. We've had some very hot days. So, always keep that in your hip pocket. There's some parts of the country that's experiencing a heat wave. I just saw my high school friend who now works as a meteorologist in the Austin, Texas television market. Fingers crossed he meets Chris Carpenter. I have the most random hopes and dreams. But my old friend from high school, his name is Shane Hinton. He worked at a TV station in New Bern, and now he's working at a TV station in Austin, Texas. Has been for now going on 3 years. So there you go. But I just saw on his Instagram that Texas is going to get another heat wave. So I hope Chris Carpenter, Volosaurus, I think there's a YouTuber named Poke that is featured in Austin, Texas. I could have sworn there's at least one more streamer and or YouTuber I know that's featured in Austin, Texas. But I hope they get through the heat wave all right and they stay safe. Because I've had to deal with like 2 or 3 heat waves this year. Including one where RDU hit 106, setting a new all-time record. Of course, they've tied it several times in the 2000s. And now, they've actually set a new record. A new all-time record this year, after tying it several times. I don't know how people can survive that, to be honest, but I guess people have their ways. But anyway, we do have a tropical system brewing in the Atlantic, which is fairly common this time of year. Some years it's more chaotic than others. And apparently my brother is not going to be streaming tonight. Wonder if he made a formal announcement on the Twitter. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that you're having to deal with a heat wave in New England. I know the Eastern Seaboard has had their share of heat waves. I know Don Peleone has had to deal with some hot days. So naturally, I was concerned about him. But now he might get some very beneficial rains. Which I am certainly thankful for. At least I got to have some fun with him. Last night, our time together has been healing for me, for absolute sure. But yeah, I've had a great time with Don last night, so I'm certainly appreciative of him for his time and for being willing to be the inclusive human being that he always is. It was fun playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with him. Time together was certainly healing for all of us. Oh yeah, we struggle with hot and humid here in North Carolina as well. That's why we get placed under heat advisories and excessive heat warnings whenever we go through heat waves, because the dew points being in the 70s make it feel like it's makes it feel like it's 110 or even higher. But thankfully, and this is the one thing I like about tropical systems, it's a proverbial blessing in disguise, is it's going to come with some very beneficial rains which will cool us off without any problems. In fact, I think Thursday we're not going to get out of the 70s on account of Debbie. So, some birthday my dad is going to have. He'll be 62 Thursday. But very thankful. But nevertheless, we actually have been starting to get rains from the tropical system today. And we're going to get some more in some of the days to come. So a very tropical air mass is in place. And we'll have off and on rains in some of the days to come. Temperatures won't rise much throughout the course of the days. The numbers here look a little optimistic. I don't think we're going to get out of the 70s some days. But we are going to get some very beneficial rains this week. Some areas might get a foot of rain, which is great because, as I've showed you on the drought monitor a couple of weeks ago, parts of the southeast have been under an extreme drought, which is a level 4 out of 5 category when it comes to droughts, which is always a bad thing. I'll show you radar right now, so you won't see TV head for a little while. But there's where we stand currently. You got your tornado watch, which is for Columbus, Layden, New Hanover, Brunswick, Pender, Onslow, and Carteret counties in North Carolina. That'll be until 1 o'clock in the morning. And of course, we'll see if the Storm Prediction Center decides to post another one once this one has been rendered asunder. But we'll probably see more North Carolina counties come under a tornado watch as that system makes the northward track, putting a decent chunk of central and eastern North Carolina on that right front quadrant. It's often in that peripheral where we get isolated tornadoes. We do have a flash flood warning for parts of Brunswick County until midnight on account of training tropical showers. And also because of training tropical showers, we do have a considerable tagged flash flood damage threat with this flash flood warning for parts of Beaufort, Craven, and Pamlico counties until 12:15 in the morning. And there'll be more of these to come. There's already some river flood warnings because some of the rivers will reach and even exceed flood stage. So, let's look at some wind gusts real quick. And so far they've been manageable. Winds have been gusting 20 to 25 miles per hour, even a 30-mile-an-hour wind gust at Piney Island in North Carolina, and that's what we're going to have to watch over the course of the next couple of days. And checking to see if we're going to get any river gauge readings here, and it doesn't look like any of them are going to show up. Might be a little issue with the algorithm, but there have been some river flood warnings for the possibility of some river flooding. There's your standard slight risk for the possibility of a few isolated tornadoes and some damaging wind gusts. Just go to Google Earth real quick. Because I want to give you a little bit of a briefing here. Here is the track currently for Tropical Storm Debbie. It's going to drift offshore. Right now it's flirting with the coast of South Carolina. It's going to drift offshore, which will allow for it to strengthen and get reorganized. And then from there, it's going to go up the chute through the Carolinas and Virginia before becoming a remnant low moving up the eastern seaboard. So, Don, if you're still lurking, you are going to get that right front peripheral of Debbie, albeit as a remnant low, over the weekend. So be weather aware. You might get some heavy rain, some gusty winds, and maybe a few isolated tornadoes. And since Don is here, I'll kind of keep his city in sight while explaining the weather hazards here. Here's the day one convective outlook, and you can see the Carolinas is under that standard slight risk. Mainly for damaging rear flank downdraft winds and isolated tornadoes. Here's the day two convective outlook, and isolated tornadoes remain a possibility in that sense of the peripheral. So there's that. And again, the hazards will be the same. Damaging winds, isolated tornado. The large hail threat is probably over here at the Dakotas, where there's the marginal risk. Here's the day three convective outlook, and you can see eastern North Carolina all the way up to southern Maryland has the marginal risk for the possibility of isolated tornadoes and damaging rear flank downdraft winds. So while Dawn is not under risk yet, in terms of that, since the spaghetti models have in days past been a bit indecisive, as confidence increases, we'll know for sure if you're in that, if the track still has you placed in the peripheral. But here are some of the watches and warnings. You can see the flood watch in effect for North Carolina. There's that heat advisory for parts of Texas, stretching all the way to Alabama. And Don, there you are under a flood watch as well, so definitely be careful. Hopefully everything will turn out all right for you. There's your tornado watch in North Carolina, your tropical storm warnings for some of the coastal areas of our state, all the way down to Florida, where Debbie has been continuing to meander. And here are some of the warnings. You can see those flash flood warnings for the Carolinas and Georgia, and then those that are in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So there you go. And again, there's that tornado watch box in the Carolinas. No mesoskill discussion. Sometimes they'll update us on what they're going to do with watches. And here is the day one excessive rainfall outlook. And you see where you are, Don. You're having to deal with flooding. Or you've had to deal with flooding today, and of course the Carolinas have had to deal with it big time from Debbie. Here's the day two excessive rainfall outlook. You can see, looks like, Don, you are going to be in the marginal risk area, so the chances aren't as great for flooding tomorrow. Yep, my room just lit up with lightning and a wonderful rumble. Wow. Keep me posted. You were under risk for severe weather, but with the sun down, the thermodynamics have weakened. So in terms of the severe weather end of things, you should be fine. It's now the heavy rain we're having to worry about. But because of Debbie, the Carolinas are under a really bad risk for excessive rainfall. Here's day three, and you can see central North Carolina, South Carolina is under that high risk. Level 4 out of 4 surrounded by the moderate risk. And of course, as a course of least regret, the level 1 risk has stretched all the way up the eastern seaboard for the possibility of training rain bands from Debbie. But the big story looks to be the flooding so far. Here's day 4, and you can see, Don, looks like to finish the week, you're going to be in big trouble. Thankfully, it looks like north and west of you will get it worse than you, but you are under that level 2 for Friday. So definitely stay vigilant and make sure you take it easy out there. And this is day 5. And of course, the risk of flooding will stretch up to the northeastern part of the eastern seaboard as a result of Debbie. Yeah. Yep. It looks like Mother Nature's going to hydrate the earth. You just got to hydrate yourself. And of course, it's a blessing in disguise, and this is why. Now, the drought conditions are much better because we've had rains in North Carolina recently. A few weeks ago, parts of the southeast were under a severe drought, and in some cases, even an extreme drought. But you can see that has been much improved with the moderate and severe droughts confined to parts of the western triad and the Piedmont areas. But of course, parts of Virginia, West Virginia, and Maryland are under an extreme drought, so they definitely need the rain. While we don't like how it's coming, of course, they're going to get it pretty good this week. Definitely expect some changes for this Thursday's update and next Thursday's update for sure in terms of the rain. Here's the precipitation forecast, and you can see the general trend through the end of August has a decent chunk of the Midwest and the eastern seaboard trending slightly wetter than average. All right, Erdo, way to stay weather aware. I'm proud of you. I love you for that. But nevertheless, it looks like things between now and close to the end of August, this will take us to August 23rd in this case, trending near to slightly wetter than average, so good news for drought-stricken areas. And of course, here's the temperature forecast trending partially because of Debbie, as well as the fact that we have a cold front moving through to help push Debbie and strengthen the steering currents. Things will be trending slightly cooler than average for the Carolinas all the way up to where Brother Don lives. So, good news, good sir. You might get to where, and this is up to 2 weeks out, so it looks like in some of the Mondays and Fridays to come, you might be able to continue to wear your cosplay, buddy. So there you go. But at least now Don knows my celebrity crush. Because I'm sending him updates from I'm sending him updates on the Twitter from a meteorologist in New York. Felt like Don had a right to know. And of course, in the process, now he knows my celebrity crush. It's a meteorologist. Her name is Brittany Bell. And before she took this job in New York last June will be 3 years since she took the job. But before she moved to New York, she worked here in Raleigh. Well, up there in Raleigh. I live like 40 minutes away from Raleigh. But she worked at a TV station in Raleigh. She took that job in 2017, and she worked there for 4 years before moving to New York. And she did an incredible job. She covered a lot of significant weather events like Hurricane Florence in 2018, the moderate risk event in 2019, several enhanced risk events in North Carolina, as well as other tropical events in North Carolina. Tropical events in North Carolina. In some cases, as a field reporter, like for Hurricane Dorian in 2019, she was a field reporter, and she was plugging various community events while on the TV station in Raleigh. And when Chris Holman put a plug in for her, ABC 7 in New York caught wind of it. Good Morning America and ABC Evening News caught wind of it and had her fill in as a meteorologist when Ginger Z had to do other things. So Brittany Bell became very well known in New York, and then ultimately ABC 7 called her and said, "We want you to be a meteorologist for us full time." So she moved to New York City, and she's been happy there ever since. So Don, fingers crossed you'll get to meet my celebrity crush. So, but in all actuality, that's actually pretty awesome, Don, that the team will know when I step onto Twitch and get on live and am ready to bring joy to the world. So I appreciate you getting that vetted on the server. That's actually pretty cool. I tried to get that going on my server, but to no avail. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I'm glad the algorithm worked. Fantastic. There have been cases where the algorithm didn't work, like yesterday when some of the programming decided to take a crap on you yesterday evening. I felt your frustration because there are times when some of the technology here takes a crap on me. So needless to say, I felt your frustration last night. But thank you so much for letting me be a part of community night on playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Obviously, I need way more practice. Probably just need to de-rust on Mondays. Probably just need to de-rust on Mondays before going to work, and then that way after work my skills can be razor sharp for when I join you for Mario Kart, because I've tried many different vehicle types, wheel types, and flying types, and apparently we have some really great racers in our entourage. But I also felt your frustration when that person didn't even greet us in chat. That's part of the reason why I quit streaming Jackbox, and it's running a bit hot tonight. Oh, wow. Well, you know what they say in the world of cooking, chili today, hot tamale. an episode of Home Improvement. But anyway, I did feel your frustration when that guy couldn't, when that guy that was dominating the field, mind you, didn't greet us in chat or said anything. That was actually part of the reason why I myself quit doing community nights on my channel, because I had issues like that. You know, I've had issues with trolls and bots and people that just wanted to jump in on games without ever greeting us in chat or building community. So I did feel your frustration last night. That was very relatable. But all in all, I had a good time, and I appreciate you again for letting me take part in this. I also will tell you that next week, I want to say next Tuesday, but I could be wrong, but next week will mark 2 months since I became a part of the La Familia stream team that Don invited me to while I was playing Dr. Mario, and that's another reason why I want all of our awesome viewers here at TV Land to give Don Polion a follow. I will probably push that a trifle harder because, as I've shared in my server, Don is a full-time streamer for all practical purposes because in terms of his real-life vocation, he had been let go from work early this year. There's my cosplay idea. Yeah. At least one of them. I think I Googled that some time ago, and obviously I'll have to do a little bit of improvisation because there isn't a formal Dr. Mario cosplay, so I have to do a little bit of improv. But, you know, Google somewhat came to the rescue for that. And of course, with other cosplays, I'll have to do a little bit of improv because there isn't a formal costume for it like what you would get off of Party City or anything like that. But yeah, I'm planning on playing Dr. Mario again for the month of Mario Day in March. So there will be a day in March where I will mitigate the viral pandemic at the Mushroom Kingdom. I hope I don't get canceled for saying that. Yeah, I know you probably saw Dr. Mario, and after what has happened in the last 4 years, that's what I'm pretty much calling it at this point. A pandemic at the Mushroom Kingdom, or I'll use interchangeably pandemic and public health emergency at the Mushroom Kingdom with all those viruses we have to conquer with those pills. And you can be Dr. Mario, I can be Dr. Luigi, since I've lost some weight. But anyway, but anyway, that could be one thing I could do. But again, I'll have to assess some improv because there isn't a formal costume for it, so I have to kind of improv a little bit, you know, do a little bit of work and, you know, get this item and that item individually. And of course, that has to be the case sometimes. But we can do it. We can do it, Don. We can do it. together as the awesome family that this family is, we can accomplish whatever we can put our minds to. But nevertheless, I've said all this to say this. I will be taking a sabbatical from doing Mario Mondays on my stream so that on Monday nights I can hang out with Don Polion on his stream so that we can do Mario Kart. And of course, I'll be bringing back my Mario Monday streams in September when I do the late morning, early afternoon streams again. That way I can do my Mario Monday stream, go to work, and then come home and regroup with Don for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But I'm hoping to make that a part of my routine on Monday night, make it kind of a new Monday night tradition so that Don and I can continue to build community, maybe collect some more stream team members. I don't know how many we can allow in one stream team because I haven't tried to create one before because I'm only an affiliate. I'm not a partner like Don. But I would be happy to do, I would love to continue to help rally some support around you. And of course, again, Don is a full-time streamer because vocation-wise, he lost his job in January, so I'm kind of helping him get subscribers. And people have really supported him this year with subscriptions. I think he's had a couple of hype trains. So it's been incredible so far. And also, Don has merch. So if you want to buy some merchandise, he has a coffee mug and some t-shirts. So if you're looking for that birthday gift or anniversary gift, you can buy some of Don's merch. I think it looked like last time I checked it, he's going to have to move it the fourth wall. I don't know what's going on there. Another streamer has the same issue, but Don has some really cool merch there. You can get a coffee mug or a t-shirt with his name on it. Be fantastic. So you don't even have to drink another cup of coffee, or coffee as he likes to call it, without thinking about Don. So there's the coffee. So there you go. Also, so whatever way you feel like you can support him, definitely. JD Bonacue, good to see you. I will definitely hydrate because I just put bottles in my mini fridge today. Seriously though. See that? Got you covered right here. See? I got Gatorade on for that. I also have energy drinks.
Time to get high. Jaded.
I got bottled water. So there you go. But Jabani Q is another member of our stream team, so be sure and give him some love as well. Let's give him a shout out. Let's hope Stream Elements is cooled off. And Stream and Frosty Tools and everything is cooled off. But then again, I talked long enough, so there you go. But definitely give him a follow. You can hydrate him and you can hydrate Don. The cool thing about Don is Don speaks my language. So, cheers to our awesome stream team, and we continue to make memories and throw turtle shells at each other whenever people misbehave. And because I love SpongeBob so much, here you go. I have my pinky up when I hydrate. See, pinky. Pinky! Pinky! Of course, if I don't do that, somebody's going to knock on my stream and go, Pinky! Pinky! Like they're Patrick Star on Tea at the Tree Dome. See, I got a beard like Don. Don and I are in the beard club. So there you go. There's your fun for tonight. But in general, I am going to channel more and more of my energy on La Familia, playing games with Don. By the way, I did get Mario Party. I did get Mario Party, the game we like to play on Friday night, so there will be some Friday nights where I might just jump in and get a game in. So, just know that because I have to close at work on Friday nights, I will be late to the party. So I do hope you understand. My, where I work at closes at 8 o'clock on Fridays instead of 7. So I have to rush to close things and then run home. And I don't think Debbie is going to knock our lights out. I don't think Debbie is going to knock our lights out. It's just not going to be strong enough to knock our lights out. So I am probably 80 to 90% sure I'm going to make Friday nights. I do want to stream on Friday nights though, so I might just squeeze in a game or two with you and then I'll get things going on my end. Because I do want to stream on Friday nights, but I know for sure I'm going to decide for the moment Monday nights are all ours. We'll just hang out together and we'll just join somebody else. Great choice last night. I do enjoy Strike 66. I might get some of his merch. Because I am brainstorming birthday gifts for my brother next month. Next month my brother turns 29. So I might get him some Strike merch for his birthday. I know that Mondays are Five Skulls hard. I know he's going to feel every ounce of that because my brother has 2 jobs in real life. So that's one of the ones I'm thinking about. I wish I had something that said I drink tea and play video games. Because my brother is a tea drinker and not a coffee drinker like we are. So maybe Strike can get and I drink tea and play video games. And if he does that, I'm going to get Mark that. So, because that sums up my brother in a nutshell. He drinks tea and plays video games. But yeah, I do appreciate that. You're going to keep the festivities going all night. That is fantastic. Of course, we bled later than midnight last night, so we did the balloon thing like, you know, they used to do at Mario Kart 64. This is how old I am, okay? I remember growing up myself, my brother, and one of our friends from church, we would gather at his house, who had a Nintendo 64, and we would play the battle games in Mario Kart 64. That's how old I am. I've actually played on a Nintendo 64 console, albeit it was a friend that owned it and not us. In fact, I knew several people that owned a Nintendo 64 console. I spent a weekend with a church buddy. Well, the family of this church buddy. This was back in, I think, 2004. And either 03 or 04. And he had a Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And that was when I was introduced to Super Mario All-Stars. That had that collection of Mario games, including the 16-bit re-release of Super Mario Brothers and Lost Levels. But my head is full of useless information, but nevertheless, Don, Monday nights are all ours. And of course, in general, in terms of Twitch and Discord, I will be channeling more and more of my energy to La Familia as I seek to build community with them, and maybe in the proverbial get my hands dirty with them, and hopefully we can have some fun, drink some water, and build community and things like that. Fingers crossed people will not abuse Don too much with the Bean Boozles. They're trying to do that. Some people are trying to do that with my brother, because my brother got the Bean Boozles. So if he ever streams, and you feel like torturing him with the Bean Boozles, you've got that option. If you see my brother on stream too, so I have not tried that. I don't even know where he got them. But this is my brother, if you want to follow him.
I usually diddle you, but I feel like diddling you instead.
We've actually played games together from time to time. Last couple of times we've played Deep Rock Galactic. But my brother does the Bean Boozles too, and he's been dabbling a lot in the horror and battle games lately, like Yakuza. I think he played Night at the Woods recently. He played a game called Pools. But he dabbles a lot in horror games. So if you like horror games and battle games, definitely give him a follow. I'm trying to set things up to where my brother and I reach 400 followers at the same time. I'm actually only 2 followers behind him. I'm hoping we can reach 400 followers as close to the same time as possible, so that we can co-host a 400 follower celebration. That's kind of my goal with him. We reached the milestone together, proverbially, and so that we can do so we can co-host a celebration. But if you haven't done so already, give him a follow. But you'll absolutely love him. But that's been a couple of the things that's been one of the main things I wanted to announce, that I will be, in the weeks and months to come, channeling more and more of my energy towards the stream team that I'm a part of, so that I can build some community with them and support, because that's what this family's all about. friendship, support, love, compassion, charity, kindness, you know, as a Christian, qualities that reminds me of our God. So in the proverbial, a lot of God likeness, a lot of godliness within our ranks. So that's why I felt your frustration last night when the guy just couldn't utter a syllable in chat. Because, I mean, it's not that, it's not that, we're pushy or anything like that. We just want to be your friend. That's why we do what we do, so we can build friendships, create a place of warmth and hospitality and friendship. That's what we do. But I'm hoping in the weeks and months to come we'll continue to make memories, have a sense of wholesomeness and family, and love and support. And I know by the grace of God we will come through Debbie unscathed, Dawn, because I am weather aware. And I will show you how I'm weather aware. I know I'm using the webcam a lot today. Check out what I got. See this? See what this is a NOAA weather radio. And it's got a battery backup, so if we ever get anything stronger than Debbie that knocks our lights out, I can still get information from the weather service. And they use different transmitters. They use different transmitters than the cell network. So if the cell network fails, at least these will still work because they use different transmitters. But that's my NOAA weather radio, y'all. That's how I'm weather aware. Oh yeah, there are some that sell weather band radios with AM, FM radio. That was the first quote-unquote weather radio I got. That was a Christmas gift in 2009, which came in handy when we vacationed in the mountains shortly thereafter. I could listen to the weather for the mountains and was able to relay the information to my dad when he woke up. So there you go. But anyway, let's get to our game tonight. I know I was showing you a lot of stuff, but I'm always happy to have an audience, to be able to chat about stuff with people. And of course, that's one of the reasons why I created this channel and this stream, to help raise weather awareness. Because people do need to be more weather aware than they are. And by the way, ads are going to start up momentarily. So, you know the deal. Take care of yourself. Get you some water. Run to the bathroom if you have to. Kind of stretch your legs. Do whatever you got to do. And we'll be back Um, after the ads are over, alright, rest well. Alright, and Dad's gonna call it a night. But nevertheless, enjoy these ads, and I'll go ahead and start the game while those ads are going. Whoops. Hang on a sec.
Racing's been in my life since I was a kid. That's what I do. But there's something else that's been close to me: video games. Now I've had the chance to make my own. I'm Jeff Gordon, and this is XS Racing.
Ready crew. Ready drivers. For XS Racing.
Intense speed is what this track is all about. Outbrake your opponent on the inside. 270-degree bank turn. Slingshot your way past the others on the straightaway.
Do you want to fly?
Speed, control, and braking, and make decisions quickly. The better you slide, the better you ride.
Race without limits.
Alright. Welcome back to TV Land. I'm TV Antenna. I hope everybody's doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the game. This is Jeff Gordon, XS Racing. This is a game that came out in the 90s. Racing game, a very unique type of racing game. You race in cars, and what's really cool about these cars is if you take damage on your race car actually over time restores itself. So it's pretty cool. And of course, you can have Jeff give you some tips in the process. And you can have him give you some tips on various different aspects of this particular game. But we'll watch that later. Because you can actually access those videos when you install the game. Well, hey, Alan, I hope your stream is going well. We've got another very important player, or a very important person on this chat. The legendary Alan Lyman. I still don't know how to pronounce your last name. And another fantastic streamer. I had a very busy day at work today. But give this guy a follow. I'm very thankful your mom is improving. I was deeply concerned about her, so I'm glad that you've told me that she's doing much better. So I'm very thankful for that. As a Christian, I do believe really takes care of his children. So I'm thankful that God saw fit to be it gradually heal your mom. So I'm glad things are going better for her. I know work has worn you out, so be sure to get you plenty of rest, and we'll take some time to relax and take it easy. And we'll be right here whenever you're ready to stream again. But definitely his username is Chip Broman. His name is Alan Zleman from Croatia. A Twitch streamer, a scientist, a philanthropist. And a very diligent worker and a huge family guy. So, definitely give this guy some love and some support. So there you go. Of course, you can pick your sponsor. Pepsi. You can have the soda people sponsor you. The gas station people. Don, do you remember gas stations called a 7-Eleven? I know you've got more miles on your meter than I do. Do you remember the 7-Eleven gas station? Of course, here in the land of Generation Z and Generation Alpha, it's the sheets. Of course, for the millennials like me, it's Texaco, Citgo, Kangaroo, Exxon. But I think you're Generation X, but I could be wrong. I think you're a Gen Xer, but I could be wrong. But for the Gen Xers and the baby boomers, Strike is a baby boomer, I think. For the boomers and the Gen Xers, it's the 7-Eleven. But Fritos, I know, is a type of snack. Of course, that's a video gaming company, OSC Games. It's the video game company behind this game. Real Sports, I believe, is a sports company. And of course, XS Racing is the name of this game. And Champion Motors, I want to say, is another racing company. A racing sport company. Speed Demon, I'm not sure. But yeah, Pepsi, 7-Eleven, Fritos. I usually pick Fritos because my favorite color. But you can pick what car you want, whether it's Rage, Evo, Raptor, Spectre, or Rage. I'll pick Rage. You can set your steering. I usually have automatic transmission. And once you got your little get up together, get up, Get it, get it, get it. Here we go.
Here we go.
But you can practice all you want. Usually do that to do some proverbial derusting. And again, the cool thing about these cars is that these cars they restore themselves. Now next week I'm going to showcase the Game Boy Color version. And the Game Boy Color version, you will see some of Jeff Gordon's tips as well. And there you go. My last lap was the fastest. They're all under 15 seconds, so there you go. But you can pick track, Cloverleaf, Industrial Strength, Pepsi 2000, 7-Eleven Spectacular. You can see one was named after the soda company, one is named after the gas station. But we derust at all four of these tracks. And you can see the 7-Eleven logo. And there's the Pepsi logo. You have a, you can see the Pepsi logo there, the 7-Eleven logo. Yeah, spam those Mario emotes. Let's go. And also, speaking of Don Corleone, who will also be streaming Jackbox games tomorrow evening. If you feel like playing some Jackbox games with Brother Don, he will be, I done called you Brother Don, I'm sorry. But if you want to play Jackbox games with Don, he will be streaming that tomorrow night. Somebody has been nice enough to grace him with some packs, so people have been enjoying Job. He also has the Jackbox starter pack. That's why we're able to play Quiplash with him. As well as Trivia Murder Party and TKO. He's also played Pack 5, Adverse City, Split the Room, things like that. He does have party packs on Throne, so if you want to treat him to a party pack, you're more than welcome to do so. That's another way you can support him by treating him to stuff via Throne. He updates that fairly frequently. So, definitely treat him to some stuff whenever you get a chance. So we played Cloverleaf, Industrial Strength, now the Pepsi. You can see the Pepsi logo, because it is the Pepsi 2000. Of course, there's the Fritos logo. I'm trying to think if Sprite is a Pepsi or a Coke product. Because I'm like, Sprite, Sierra Mist, 7-Up level over here. Love some support over here. There's the 7-Eleven logo, forgot to mention that. There's the Fritos and the Pepsi logos. But I forgot to tell you the reason why we're streaming some of the Jeff Gordon games is because Jeff Gordon had his birthday earlier this month. His birthday was, well, we've crossed over into the new day, so I guess it's safe to say 3 days ago. His birthday was on the 4th. He's celebrating Jeff Gordon's birthday all month long with Jeff Gordon games, NASCAR games, and other types of racing games. I have decided that we will be playing Cars as well. There's a game based on the movie Cars that we will be enjoying later this month. I made some changes to the schedule that will allow us to play Cars. So we will enjoy that. Let's do the 7-Eleven Spectacular. See how it looks like a theme park? Isn't that so stinking cool? Oh. My game crashed. But I tell you what I can do while we're on my desktop. Let's go ahead and play some of those Jeff Gordon videos. But what's pretty cool is that Jeff Gordon has really cool videos explaining the ins and outs of the game. It's pretty awesome.
The accelerator. Stay focused and don't get distracted. Watch out for the roads that are closed. They'll only lead you to a
It'll
dead
load
end
up.
and the end of your race. Long, narrow tunnels force tight quarters for staying in your line. On one of the tunnels, there's a 90-degree bank at the exit. On another, there's a 180-degree bank. If you're going to attempt to pass at either of these places, stay low.
And it's not showing up properly. Okie dokie. I guess nothing is gonna work. I mean, I can hear sound from it, but keep playing the videos. Let me go back to Fireside Chat for a minute. Oh, now my emulator wants to be weird. But yeah, that's a really cool game. Jeff Gordon XS Racing. It's a very, very cool game. But that's the cool thing about those cars, is that if your car sustains damage, it actually can restore itself, which is very, very creative. That is just incredible, the way games work like that. But now my emulator wants to be weird. So I'm gonna have to restart it. You know how it works sometimes. Sometimes everything that can fail you ends up failing you. But while we're waiting, don't forget, I will be streaming tomorrow night, Thursday night, and Friday night. Tomorrow night we'll be continuing in that Jack Nicklaus season. Thursday night we'll be playing NASCAR racing as we continue to celebrate Jeff Gordon's birthday. And Friday nights we will be playing NASCAR Heat. I was going to play Monster Truck Madness, but it wasn't working as well as I had hoped. So, I decided to change it, and instead, we'll be playing NASCAR Heat. It's a couple of games that feature Jeff Gordon in it. Notably, Jeff Gordon, the Rainbow Warrior. So you'll be getting that 90s Jeff Gordon feel to it. All right. Check out what my emulator can run. That's right, it runs Windows XP Media Center Edition. Pretty cool, huh? And the reason why I did this is so I can play some of the older games, because some of the older games don't boot up astutely on modern Windows systems. So I figured with the emulator I can play some of the older games, play and enjoy some of the older games, so that we can have a little bit of fun with that. But I tell you what, let's try and play this game again. And then I forgot to put in the disk file. Let's put in the disk file. So you're getting the inside baseball on how I get games going. So you're getting a little behind the scenes special here at TV Land tonight. Let's do that 7-Eleven spectacular. But after a while, I'll try again to play those Jeff Gordon videos for you. He explains a lot of the inside baseball behind this game, as well as how these cars work and how you can control them, everything like that. Very creative way to bring about a tutorial. Of course, I always try to do some de-rusting when I play racing games, because I get the games to be as fast as possible so that you can win races. So you always look for shortcuts, some ways to cut back some seconds, and better handling of turns, things like that. So you have to look for that. For example, you can see that I finished under 15 seconds for a couple of these laps. So you want to look for things like that, where you can cut back on seconds and things like that. Since we're practicing, we're not going to use opponent cars just yet. So we're going to race back at Cloverleaf. Of course, keep in mind, because, see, look at that. These cars are self-restoring. You see that? And these cars have some flight to it, temporarily. Hey Don, let's see some more of those Mario Kart emotes. There you go. Well, hey! Hey, Alan, what's up? Alan took his community over here. What is going on? At least they played a different clip this time. But it's good to see you, Alan. Well, obviously you're waiting and learning, because I know you're tired from work and you have to get some rest, and I totally get it. I really do. Gamer, is it alright if I just call you Gamer? I don't know how to pronounce that second half Koala. But Gamer Koala, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. For those of you that are new here, I am TV Antenna. I hope everybody is doing well. I am a variety streamer. I stream Mario games, Sonic games, Star Wars games, SpongeBob games, sports games, weather games, games that you didn't know existed, or games that you may have forgotten existed. I also stream various games to celebrate various occasions. In this case, I'm playing Jeff Gordon XS Racing for the PC to celebrate Jeff Gordon's birthday, which was on the 4th of this month. But here at TV Land, we celebrate all month long by playing Jeff Gordon games, NASCAR games, and other racing games. So I do special occasions for certain streams. Like last month, for the month of July, I streamed Jack Nicklaus games to celebrate Jack and Barbara's 64th wedding anniversary. If there's one that you think I should celebrate, let me know. I will definitely do my share of scouting and make sure it aligns with my schedule and everything. Like, for example, if it's the anniversary of a certain game, like the anniversary of the first Mario game, for example, I can present that on stream to celebrate that. So I'm open to suggestions. Don't forget, I always forget this. I don't know why. But there are some TV commands that you can use to get more information about me, whether you want to just work or whether you want to know about my book, whether you want to know about my Discord, my Steam, my social media, things like that. So you can follow me, subscribe to me, keep up with my life, and everything like that. There is a way you can support me monetarily. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, but I have to have a lot of subscribers to make money off of YouTube. But if you want to support me monetarily, you're more than welcome to give me bits, or you can subscribe to my YouTube. Why do I keep saying subscribe to my YouTube? Subscribe to my Twitch channel. You're more than welcome to do that. Of course, you can follow me on my social media platforms like my Steam, my Twitter, and my Instagram. I would really appreciate it. That can help me get better word out about future streams, as I do use some of my social media platforms to promote my streams. The other way you can support me monetarily is to buy one of my books. Currently, I have written Christian material to help people that want to grow spiritually, but in the future I do hope to do a novel series, revisit a novel series I laid aside a year and a half ago, but I might just bring it back and revisit it. So I will keep you abreast on that. I hope to get 2 books out this year. I just need to quit lollygagging and procrastinating on it and get back to work on it. So Raiders, I hope everybody is doing well. Again, thank you for the follow, Gamer Koala. I might just call you Gamer if that's okay with you. So tell me something about this awesome streamer that keeps you coming and lurking and supporting and chatting and things like that. Of course, love how Alan keeps himself busy. I love how Alan takes care of his family. I love how Alan is a very creative human being. Of course, some of you know him for some of the work he's done in years past, and some of you know him for being a Twitch streamer, and some of you know him for his acts of kindness and charity. But I want to know what you like about him. It's sharing your own testimonies about streamers that help streamers grow. So always feel free to share something about him that you like, and share some things about him that keeps you wanting to come and support him and be faithful to his streams. But nevertheless, tonight we are playing Jeff Gordon XS Racing, and the reason why we are doing that is to celebrate Jeff Gordon's birthday, which was on the 4th of this month. But here at TV Land, we celebrate occasions like that all month long. So throughout the month of August, we'll be playing Jeff Gordon games, we'll be playing NASCAR games, and other racing games to celebrate Jeff Gordon's birthday. I don't know how known he was in Croatia, but he is very well known in the North African continent in general because of the racing tracks in America, and I don't know if he's raced on any racetracks in Canada, but there's a lot of racetracks in America that he's raced on, and a few road courses. You'll get to see him on NASCAR Racing and NASCAR Heat when I play those. You'll get to see the racetrack in Atlanta, Georgia, the ATL, as some of the teams would call it. The one in the Charlotte Metro, one in Talladega County in Alabama, the Talladega Speedway. You'll see Sears Point, you'll see Watkins Glen. Those are the two road courses there. But you'll get to see all different kinds of racetracks from all over the North American continent. But here is racing that takes place in a futuristic type world with real life sponsors that you know very well, like the Pepsi brand. You know that for the sodas, the Pepsi, the Coca-Cola, the Sprite, the Diet Pepsi, things like that. And of course, it references the 7-Eleven gas station. Some of you know that. Of course, in our generation, it's Sheetz. Of course, for earlier generations, they know Texaco and Citgo and Kangaroo and Exxon. Of course, 7-Eleven was the generation before that. We are the Sheetz generation here. There you go. Need to get back over here. There we go. Let's see if we can watch the videos here.
If it starts to go around on you, ease out of that throttle, turn back into it, and start to pick up that throttle smoothly again and gain control. When you go to the brakes, the weight's going to transfer forward. That's going to allow you to turn the corner to the maximum potential. If you hit your apex right, the exit should be no problem. You should be able to carry maximum speed off the corner and swing all the way out to the wall and gain a lot of speed.
And keep in mind, this game came out in the late 90s, so Jeff Gordon is going to sound very young. So keep that in mind. This game was released 25 or so years ago, so Jeff Gordon sounds very young, so keep that in your hip pocket.
Making contact can gain you a position, but it can also cost you valuable time and may even lose you the race. Overdriving the car can cost you a lot of mistakes. You need to learn how to just be smooth, be patient, let it come to you. Learn the racetrack, learn the race car, and the speed will come. It's important to find reference points on the track. One for braking, so you can find a point to get the maximum amount of braking out of the car. Another for the turning in of the corner. If you find these two reference points and go by them, you can be consistent every lap. If you're going to win the race, you got to learn how to pass. In order to pass, you need to set up your opponent. Take advantage of the draft, take advantage of your cornering, and try to make a slingshot move right by him. To make a slingshot pass, you need to use the draft. You need to get up behind him, carry as much momentum and speed as you can, use it all the way up to their rear bumper, then shoot up beside him and make the pass. It's important to learn how to block. You've got to try to keep that opponent behind you. If you're going to get the victory, you got to make your car as wide as you possibly can by learning how to block. Learn how to pass on the inside. The shortest way around the racetrack usually is the fastest, but also that banking can really be an advantage. So if you're going to pass on the inside and the car's using the banking on the outside, you got to learn how to slide up in front of them and take away their line.
Well, hey there, Crunchy Stroke Saber. I hope you're doing well. Here's another person you ought to follow. In fact, one of the members of the stream team, Sweet Wild Thing, is actually a good friend of hers. I'm doing well, I hope you are. Go follow Crunchy. She actually recently reached 3,000 followers. And keep in mind, if you're able to support her monetarily, please do that. She is hoping to be a full-time streamer and artist and card reader. So she's hoping to make her livelihood off of that. So if you're able to support her monetarily, be sure to do so with biddies, subscriptions, and coffee donations. She does offer incentives for coffee donations like card readings and things like that. And plus, if you support her, you support her whole family. Which consists of her husband. I want to say 2 years. Could be wrong. Which consists of her husband, and her pets. I think if I remember correctly, she has a dog and some cats. So, for some of the monetary support you give her will go towards feeding her cats and her pets, like, cat food, dog food, water, things like that, and supporting her husband Cody, as he works diligently to pay off some debts. And of course, you're more than welcome to of course, you can also join her Discord server, Crunchy's Coven, and follow her on the Twitter. Subscribe to her on the YouTube. I will not call it by its new name. I'm still going to call it the Twitter. Again, if you're supporting her, you support her family. And of course, it's my pleasure, Crunchy. Love it when families win, so And I'm always conscious of the fact when you win, you all win. So families, they win together. Yeah, I told Don Polo this yesterday. I'll tell you, for me, that building in Chicago will always be the Sears Tower. When I play Microsoft Flight Simulator next month for my birthday month, you're going to hear me say Sears Tower and not by its new name. Still it is with the tweeter. It will always be the tweeter with me. So there you go. But Crunchy, you can also refer to her as Sable. But she recently reached 3,000 followers, so obviously her next milestone is 4,000. So be sure to give her a follow, and of course, you're more than welcome to support her monetarily. As she takes care of her pets and her husband Cody. While I'm thinking about it, speaking of Cody, give Cody a hug for me. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's making progress. But yeah, my birthday is in September. So for the month of September, we'll be playing some of my favorite games. For the month of August, since you haven't been here in a while, we're playing racing games like this one to celebrate Jeff Gordon's birthday. It was on the 4th of this month, but we're celebrating all month long with Jeff Gordon games. We just watched that one. Let's watch this one.
When you're passing on the outside, you're taking a longer route around the track. So this means you have to carry more speed and try to take the air off their spoiler. So you go into the corner, get to the outside of them, take that line away from them, carry a lot of speed and momentum off the corners to make the pass.
Oh yeah. We are doing well. I just came from a vacation. This is actually my first stream since my vacation. I went to Emerald Isle, North Carolina. We went to the beach. I swam at the pool. We went to a water park. We went to some ice cream joints. Glanced at some souvenirs. All in all, we had a great time. I mean, we did have some wild weather, and of course we did have some very hot days. But all in all, we had a great time.
Side-by-side racing. Side-by-side racing can be fun and exciting and put on a heck of a race. But it's important to have respect for your other competitors. When you're running side-by-side, you have to know where they are at all times, trying not to pinch them into the walls. If your car gets damaged, you're going to have to adjust and wait for your car to heal. One of the great things about the cars of today is that they're self-healing. Isn't that cool? An awesome new feature of today's cars is actually being able to control the cars in flight. Air brakes and wings allow you to maneuver the car in flight, but you've got to get the car straight before you land.
So those were some of the basic tips of this game. That reminds me, Crunchy, are you streaming tonight or are you taking the night off? I didn't see a formal announcement on your server yet. Nope. I haven't seen an announcement. So I guess you're still on for the day. Okay, sounds good. I might actually, cause I think my brother's taking the night off too. He hasn't said anything formally on Twitter, but oh, thank you. Thank you. Bless you. Hug for you too. Bless you. My brother hasn't said anything formally. But at this point, I guess it's safe to say he's not going to be streaming tonight. So I guess what I could do is I could bring this community to you when I'm done. So I will see you later tonight. Alright, let's do this. And let's start practicing with some cars.
The Cloverleaf. Intense speed is what this track is all about. It's an oval track with a choice of two paths at turn 1. The most important decision is whether you want to take the high-speed Cloverleaf or the slower and shorter turn 1. Both routes can be fast if taken correctly. Using the Cloverleaf may be the best way to pass. It shoots you onto the back straightaway flying at speeds of over 350 miles per hour. Whichever path you choose, remember to watch the other drivers.
There are two kind of lots of lovely people. Oh yeah, but I think Sudai has decided not to stream tonight because somebody he knows got a promotion at work, so he's celebrating that, so he's taking the night off. Could raid into Brent Zone if I wanted to. And of course, there are a couple of people in my stream team that is streaming currently. So I may start raiding into some of them. At some point in the future. So there are lots of great people. And I know you have your share of people that you support as well. So absolutely. Wow, I get knocked. I mean, like, pure team knocked. Here comes the kid sponsored by Doritos, blah blah. It is supported by a snack company, blah blah. CNN breaking news, blah blah. Wow. Drastically reduced speed there.
You won. Awesome.
All right. All right. "13 seconds. It was our best lap. And we won by 3 seconds. We can see an instant replay of this. Let's see how this goes. So there's my vehicle. You can see that very clearly. We can either fast play it and pause it, fast forward it, rewind it, or change camera. So that's the audience, I guess. So we can swap back and forth between views. Let's go ahead and play it. Of course, we might need to work on our drifting a little bit better. This is like multiple cameras watching everything from every angle there. Then, of course, you can opt to just follow your car. See that? And we were literally indicating that we were a lap ahead of last place. So there you go. So we crossed the finish line out on top.
Industrial strength. This track looks easy, but don't let it fool you. The circuit is a four-cornered paved surface that speeds through the city. Turns 1 and 3 are the most important part of the track. Bank low and slide to keep your speed up for the straightaways that follow. Don't let the competition get to the inside on the big turns.
Alright. I'll tell you what, we're going to let this ad break run. And then we'll start this race. So don't forget your self-care. And we will be right. Alright, welcome back to TV Land. TV Antenna. I hope you're ready to have some fun. We're about to do a 10-lap run around. So here we go. And again, you'll see some sponsors as we race. All right. Oh, I see it now. Here we go. So the best lap was 17 seconds. The best time was 3 minutes and 15 seconds for 10 laps. We won by 1 second over number 23. And it looked like in order to be top 5, you had to finish under 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Everybody finished in under 3:30. So let's look at the instant replay. Until initially it was struggling. Or we were struggling. As we were trying to master those turns. Timing was off. I did finally come out on front, although second place tried to grab it from me. And you can see it was trying to take advantage of how poorly I managed those turns. So they were trying to use it as leverage to get back out on top. And there you can see second place trailing behind him. And then he crossed the finish line out in front. You can see that right there. Fantastic work.
Pepsi 2000. This one is deceptively simple. It's a 4-turn, very fast, paved short track. The best places to pass are the long turns. You can outmaneuver high or low through the banking. Turn 4 is especially important. You'll need to get your speed up for the front straightaways. Don't get left out in the cold. Follow a simple race plan, and you'll have a shot at winning.
Well, there you go. Hopefully you got the intel from Jeff. Here we go. Get ready. Ready? Ring, ring, ring. Knock the car out of joint. Or low. So far we're struggling a little bit. Still trying to master those turns. Building a margin. Second place closing the margin. And second place coming out. And coming out on front. And there's second place catching up again. All right, last lap, let's do it. We won by a second, over 39. Our best lap is 18 seconds, 18 and 4/5 seconds. Most drivers finished under 3:45. Most drivers had a lap under 20 seconds, but everybody finished under 3:50. So nice work there. But there you go. 1881 and 342.61. Let's look at the instant replay. And you can see the flight feature in the cars. A very interesting dynamic about this particular race. And you can see initially we were struggling to pass the cars. All right, you have a great evening, and thank you again for the raid from earlier. I do hope you get plenty of rest. Have a good work shift tomorrow. And I hope gym training goes well. Let me know what your gym goals are. My dad and I go to a gym ourselves. Of course, we haven't been in a couple of weeks, partly because of vacation and things like that. But we go to a place called Planet Fitness, and I mostly do a cardio in the form of a stationary bike, and my dad does a lot of weightlifting, as well as a little bit of cardio to condition his body. His hip was actually bothering him on Sunday. I almost said Friday, but it was actually Sunday. But I think it's doing better. But my dad does do some exercises to condition his body. While I do mostly cardio to kind of strengthen my lower body, because I have to stand a lot when I do my 80-hour job. So I'm trying to condition my lower body to handle that. Change camera. I've changed the camera a couple of times. And Crunchy hit the live button, so she is live. And there you go. He came out on top by one singular second. So there you go. Alright, let's do the 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven Spectacular. This isn't a regular oval, it's got some surprises. You've got to manage your speed around the corners. Get your speed up and slingshot your way past the others on the straightaways. Stay alert on this track. There's a turbo and a jump that feels like it comes out of nowhere.
Alright, so we're at a very tough race. Let's hope this works. Y'all ready? Ready? Ring, ring, ring! Of course, you got two routes to take, so this is the one that takes you through the fun house, and I'll show you the other one real quick. You go under the coaster, go by some of the rides, and then in and out of a tent, in and out of another tent. There you go. And I went real slow on that one. Almost went 20 seconds on that one. Not a good run. Oh, come on again. Maybe a lap where it was just not our lap, if you will. Won by a second and a quarter. Everybody but one finished under 3 minutes. Some people's best lap was under 16 seconds, some wasn't. I haven't gotten the best one yet. And here we go. Wasn't too much of a struggle, but there were times where we lost the lead because we kept hitting the wall. You can see the merry-go-round. We went over the coaster and into the fun house. Still need to work on our drifting some. Decided to go in the funhouse again. Of course, that was an instance where we kind of slowed up on hitting the wall. Here's the right where we went by other rides and under tents. And that was one where the wall slowed us down tremendously. In the funhouse again, you can see I tried to avoid a lot of wall collisions. Out of the funhouse and crossed the finish line out in. So there you go. Of course, you can always look at your personal records as you go. Of course, these are your options, and I had all the graphics set up like that. And of course, you got your sound, and there's your you can always change them, but that's your controls. But you can always, you know, keep it at the main menu and just watch these cars fly by. That's always fun to do. I'll try again to show you where you can access those videos divorced from the game. When you install the game, you can go to Program Files, ASC Games, Jeff Gordon Excess Racing, and then you go, of course you can listen to the sounds, like car noises, environment noises, and what have you. But you can look at all the movies there. Let's try VLC and see how that plays.
The accelerator. Stay focused and don't get distracted. Watch out for the roads that are closed. They'll only lead you to a dead end and the end of your race. Long, narrow tunnels force tight quarters for staying in your line. On one of the tunnels, there's a 90-degree bank at the exit. On another, there's a 180-degree bank. If you're going to attempt to pass at either of these places, stay low.
Of course, some of the videos we already saw in game. That's one of the intros.
Man, you just blew us away. I'll get you next time. All right. Now it's time for you and me to race.
Yeah, that's one of the new car unlocked
The
deals.
Frito Twister. Winter can do everything on this snowy, twisting 6-turn track. There are lots of changes in elevations and even a loop to keep you on edge. You'll need to execute controlled slides in the turns to keep up the pace. The better you slide, the better you ride. Make sure you get up enough speed before taking the loop. Also, watch out for the car next to you. Anyone can lose control on the ice.
Oh, that's some of the racing tips that we saw in game.
And start to pick up that throttle smoothly again and gain control. Pepsi 2000. This one is deceptively simple. It's a 4-turn, very fast, paved short track. The best places to pass are the long turns. You can outmaneuver high or low through the banking. Turn 4 is especially important. You'll need to get your speed up for the front straightaways. Don't get left out in the cold. Follow a simple race plan, and you'll have a shot at winning. This is the Pepsi Planet. This track is an awesome twisting road course that's got it all. It's an around-the-world race that features 9 crucial turns. And no turn is more important than the hairpin turn. It comes up quick at the fastest part of the track on turn 1. The hairpin is an excellent place to pass if you can outbrake your opponent on the inside. Your passport to the winner's circle: speed, control, and braking.
And this probably is if you lose a tournament.
You've got to do better than that to get a piece of me.
Of course,
Neon Canyon Run. Watch out for the
of course, at some point you actually do race against Jeff Gordon in this game.
That will test your control. There's also a big jump that'll throw you into a 270-degree bank turn. 3 90-degree sharp turns will force you to do heavy braking, and the rocky road surface could affect your tire adhesion, so watch your throttle.
I'm guessing that's the intro to the game.
Industrial strength. This track looks
That's the
easy,
industrial
but don't let it
strength
fool
thing
you.
we saw
The
earlier.
surface is a 4-cornered paved surface that turns 1 and 3 are the most important part of the track. Bank low and slide to keep your speed up for the straightaways that follow. don't let the competition get to the inside on the big turns.
Oh, that might be for tournaments, and that is
7-Eleven Spectacular.
7-Eleven
This isn't a regular
Spectacular.
roll. It's got some surprises. You got to manage your
Which
speed
is what I
around the
showed you
corner.
earlier.
Get your speed up and slingshot your way past the others on the straightaways. Stay alert on this track. There's a turbo and a jump that feels like it comes out of nowhere. The Gambler. All bets are off on this fast and furious track. This is a 5-turn paved course. Every lap is different from the last. The center of the track will get crazy. Cars can come from 6 different directions. You can drive the competition insane by forcing them into oncoming traffic. Left and right-hand turns come at you all the time. You've got to deal with it and make decisions quickly. Make all the right moves, and you can hit it big. Future City. This track features high speeds with a total of 4 jumps. In addition, there are downhill turns with 90-degree banks. It's critical that you handle these turns carefully in order to prepare for the 360-degree loop. The 4 tunnel areas call for tighter maneuvering and cautious driving. Learn how to slide your car through the series of S-turns and you'll come out a winner.
I think I already showed you that one.
Welcome to the drop zone. Here's your chance to pull a win out of thin air. This track is a mountain-high challenge for top racers. It's a 4-turn dirt circuit with extreme elevation changes and jumps that create some serious hang time. The jumps are located on the back straightaways. It's critical to hit them straight while steering clear of the mid-air traffic. Use the inside line to your advantage on all of the corners. The key here is learning to steer through the air. The Cloverleaf. Intense speed is what this track is all about. It's an oval track with a choice of 2 paths at turn 1. The most important decision is whether you want to take the high-speed Cloverleaf or the slower and shorter turn 1. Both routes can be fast if taken correctly. Using the Cloverleaf may be the best way to pass. It shoots you onto the back straightaway flying at speeds of over 350 miles per hour. Whichever path you choose, remember to watch the other drivers. All right. Now it's time for you and me to race.
Yeah, I think we've already played that. And of course, some of these we've already seen in game. Of course, those are from the racing school. So all in all, a lot of really cool stuff in this game. Sorry about that mishap earlier, but you know, those things happen. I didn't anticipate this being a super long string, but I figured that I could show you some of the races in the Jeff Gordon game. Thank you for the work. We're actually getting ready to lay it out in a few moments. But I didn't anticipate this being an overly long string, but with us having early arrivals, that was kind of heartwarming, and we wanted to kind of chew the fat a little bit before getting into the festivities real good. Because I had a lot of fun last night for Don Paulion and La Familia and Mario Kart. So it was a good thing to recollect. But like I said, I'll be channeling more of my Twitch and Discord energy over there to the La Familia stream team. So lots of changes are going to be happening. I'll probably be leaving some more Discord servers. I already left some because I was like a part of over 30 of them at one point, and as a result, it was just difficult keeping up with all of them. But I'm probably going to leave some more Discord servers and leave some Twitch streamers behind so I can hone in at least 90% of my energy on Twitch and Discord to La Familia. There's that. Also, I am beginning the process of deconstructing my TV Land server because I will be doing away with it. It's not gained a lot of traction, so I think it would be best if I kind of close this chapter and not, hold my own server if it's just not gonna pick up in significant activity. So I am beginning the process of deconstructing the TV Land server because I am ultimately going to get rid of it. That also will help me channel more of my energy towards La Familia. Don't forget, I am taking a sabbatical from Mario Monday so I can hang out with Donald Monday nights until I go back to the late morning, early afternoon format. Also, don't forget I'm streaming a lot of racing games this month to celebrate Jeff Gordon's birthday. I will also let you know that there will not be a phase 3 of my stream scene transformation after all. I think I'm perfectly content with how my stream looks at this present moment, so I'm not going to worry too much with changing it. I think I'm going to keep everything as it is for now. I'm debating whether I want to keep stream elements or not. Haven't made a final decision on that, but for now I am going to keep stream elements. So there's that. But the main thing I wanted to announce is that I'm going to be channeling a lot of my energy on Twitch and Discord to the La Familia stream team that I've been a part of for almost 2 months, and kind of work harder to support and build community in there. You've seen some of the La Familia teammates in chat, and you probably will continue to do so as we all seek to support each other. But that's one of the main things I'm announcing, that I'm going to be channeling a lot of my Twitch and Discord energy over there. I will say this, I did not work on my book at all during my vacation, so I'm going to try to work harder to conquer my procrastination so I can work to get my books out. I'm hoping to get at least 1 released. I really want to get 2 out, but that's looking less and less likely to happen. So there's that. I also will push harder to rally support around Don and some of the members of the stream team. But needless to say, some exciting things are in the works, and even though that means relinquishing some of what I call mine. This will give me a chance to channel more of my energy towards the team that I'm now a part of. Of course, I'll continue to do what I do here, raise weather awareness, help people get better prepared for future weather events, and stream games that people may have forgotten existed. But let's send the love to my Gatorade buddy, my monster-seeking monsters buddy, Crunchy Sunflower. You saw her in chat earlier, and we're going to send the love over to her. So you know the deal. Send her the same love, care, and hospitality there that you did here, and make her feel loved, valued, and appreciated. Like I always hope we do. But anyway, I thank y'all for watching. Again, a huge shout out to Alan Sleeman for the raid. Make sure you show him some love. He's a very productive human being, so you will absolutely love him, especially if you have a love for a good work ethic. But nevertheless, we're going to send the love to Crunchy Sunflower. I hope you guys have a great evening. If you're having to do with this tropical system, always remember to be weather aware, know what to do, where to go, and we'll get through this thing just fine. Alright, pay attention to road closures. Do not be one of those boneheads that try their luck with flooded roadways. Remember to turn around, don't drown, stay away, or be swept away. Okay? So be weather aware, have a plan, know what to do, and we'll get through this just fine. This is not our first rodeo, and if the good Lord tarries, it won't be our last. So you got this, okay? Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll continue to keep you posted on Debbie on my social media, so be sure to follow me there. Have a great evening. Know you are loved, valued, and appreciated. Remember, Jesus loves you. We here at TV Land do as well. So have a great evening. Stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you, and thanks for your time. Take care.